The engine room was in chaos. 20 top-tier engineers from across the country stood frozen, red-faced, baffled, defeated. Millions of dollars were on the line. Deadlines missed, hope gone. But just as the CEO was about to cancel the contract, a black delivery driver, sweaty, tired, just there to drop off parts, walked in, looked at the blueprint once, and said 6 words that would echo through the company forever. "That's backwards. Flip the housing plate." Everyone stopped. Silence. Then, machines roared to life. What happened next changed his life forever. The late summer heat clung to everything in Houston, Texas, like a wet towel. The massive tech warehouse of VantageCore Industries, a $3.2 billion robotics manufacturer, buzzed with activity, except in Lab C, where the hum of machines had turned to an eerie silence. Inside, 20 of the country's brightest engineers stood paralyzed around a towering prototype, an automated drilling unit designed for deep space resource extraction. It had cost the company nearly $40 million and 10 months of development, and now it wouldn't even boot up. Frustration hung thick in the air. No one could figure out why the main power loop failed under load. They tried every diagnostic, every simulation. Nothing. That's when Derek Lawson walked in. Black, mid-30s, worn boots, sun-faded hat, and a beat-up FedEx polo soaked with sweat. He carried a crate of circuit boards on his shoulder. Just another delivery to just another building. "Drop zones over there," one intern pointed, barely looking. But Derek's eyes wandered. He glanced at the open casing of the prototype. The heat sinks were glowing wrong. Wires bundled backward. The polarity lights blinked off sequence. He paused. "Y'all mind if I ask something?" Derek's voice was calm, southern, slow, but firm. Everyone turned. One engineer scoffed. "You here to fix a $40 million bot delivery, man?" But before anyone could stop him, Derek stepped forward, looked at the schematics for no more than 10 seconds, and pointed at the housing plate. "That's backwards. Flip it. Your ground loop's breaking on activation." The room went still. From the second floor glass office, CEO Marissa Caldwell had been watching. She was a tough, black woman in her 50s, Harvard-educated, built her company from a garage lab. She'd flown in specialists from MIT, Caltech, even a former NASA engineer, and they all failed. Now a delivery driver claimed to know what was wrong? She watched as the chief engineer reluctantly flipped the housing plate, rerouted the ground loop like Derek said, and hit the main power. Boom! The machine roared to life. No sparks, no errors. The interface glowed green. Derek didn't flinch, just stood there, like it was obvious. Like solving million-dollar problems was part of his daily routine. Marissa ran down the stairs. "You," she said, breathless, walking straight to Derek. "What's your name?" "Derek Lawson, ma'am." She nodded. "Where'd you study engineering?" "I didn't," he replied. "Dropped out of high school. Did time. Self-taught after I got clean. Built motors out of junkyard parts. Fixing things just makes sense." The room was dead silent. One of the senior engineers muttered under his breath, "He's a nobody, just got lucky." Marissa turned sharply. "That nobody just did what all of you couldn't." Then she turned to Derek. "I want you on my team." Derek didn't answer right away. He stared at her hand extended to him, part of him thinking it was a joke. But Marissa wasn't smiling. She saw something rare. Raw brilliance, a kind of untaught genius that couldn't be measured by degrees or credentials. The kind that built the country's railroads, bridges, engines from scraps. "I don't got no resume," Derek said. "I just fix what's broke." Marissa nodded. "Then fix this broken system with me." Within weeks, Derek was in the lab, not as a janitor or delivery guy, but as a technical problem-solving specialist. A new title Marissa created just for him. But it wasn't all celebration. There were whispers, backhanded comments. A few engineers even quit, saying he didn't belong. Derek didn't fight them. He just kept solving what no one else could. 6 months later, he was leading a new AI integration division. He built a diagnostic algorithm that saved the company $12 million. When Time magazine featured him on the cover, the headline read, "The Fixer, the genius who came in through the back door." But to Derek, the real victory came when he got a call from a high school dropout program in Houston. "We saw your story, Mr. Lawson. Would you speak to the kids next week?" He paused, smiled. "Only if I get to tell them the truth, that sometimes being underestimated is your biggest advantage."